Hey, Mark Rodriguez here. With me is...
GB Chan, or you also call me Ninja Juby, or you just call me Wendy. Hi, everyone.
Yep, and you're watching Video Game Masters, but it's kind of a different episode. We're going to be doing first impressions. They just had Marvel Tokon Fighting Spirits, this open beta that was out this past weekend, at least as of filming right now, near the end of July. And yeah, it is coming soon, but we're going to give our first impressions, our first thoughts and everything, so let's check it out.
Brace yourself! Round one. Fight!
I'll stand by.
Marvel Tokon Fighting Spirits is about to come out in August 6, 2026. It's a 4-on-4 tag team fighting game developed by Arc Systems Works and published by Sony Entertainment. It's a PS5 exclusive, but it's also available for PC gaming. The game's story deals with a mysterious champion going from world to world, challenging its greatest fighters. No one has been able to defeat him so far, which leads to him destroying the world. The promoter has these magical godly powers and serves as the champion's herald to seek out new worlds, and of course, this time around, she found Earth. The fighters of Earth have to select teams of 4 to hopefully defeat this champion in this tournament and save their world. The game has the same fast-paced, combo-crazy action you would expect from similar type games like the Marvel vs. Capcom series and Dragon Ball FighterZ, with air combos, switching between the characters in the middle of a fight, character assist, super moves, and that one big super move that involves all your teammates at the same time. The game so far has 20 fighters, 5 teams with 4 characters each, and you get the expected classics like Spider-Man and Wolverine and Captain America and all them, but you also get some surprises like Danger, the sentient danger room from X-Men lore, and the Green Goblin, who has never been featured in a fighting game before now. You get some classic Marvel related stages like fighting outside the X-Men mansion or fighting in Wakanda. So far, there's a lengthy story mode and online casual and ranked matches, and of course regular local play. So far, the beta version let us use all the characters except for Carnage, Loki, Hulk, and Deadpool. There's a DLC team announced, and as of right now, the first character shown is the Phoenix-powered Cyclops from the classic Avengers vs. X-Men storyline. Alright guys, so first impressions, I gotta say first of all, I was kind of surprised how they did the 4-on-4. So in this case, it's kind of like you start off with one person and the tag partner, and then as the rounds go on, which is another thing, as the rounds go on, the other characters start popping in, and you kind of jump in and say, hey, I'm here too, hey, tag me in, so you kind of know that you're racking them up. So eventually you do get all 4, and then you can start like tagging in and out and stuff like that. So that was very interesting, because I was wondering how the 4-on-4 was going to work originally. So I guess that's how they did it. To not overcrowd you, you kind of like build them up as the match goes on. And then the other thing, that's another thing, the different rounds. I was surprised there was different rounds, because usually in these Marvel vs. Capcom and other similar type titles, it's always like just one long ass round until everyone's taken down. And here you still have the traditional 2-3 round, setup. And then the other thing is that everyone, it's like just one life bar. So you have the life bar for your team, and even if you switch between characters or whatever, it doesn't affect the life bar. And that sucks, because sometimes when you're really going down and you tag in and out, you're hoping they could at least give you a little bit of your life back, but no, it doesn't work that way. You're all sharing the one life bar, and once you're down and everything. So that was kind of an interesting thing. And then the other thing I noticed is that the game...
I'm sorry, this is not Tekken.
Yes. The other thing is that the game also didn't have the traditional, fireball motions and the uppercut motion, stuff like that. It's all like press forward and this button, press back with that button, press down with this button. The R1, R2 trigger buttons also do certain things. And so that's kind of interesting to do that. And lots of combos, lots of juggle combos, lots of like mixing the button combos. And of course, while you're doing the combos, you could tag in your people, you could combine them into the super moves. There's like one ultimate move where the entire team jumps in there and stuff, so it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit that I did do it's just too much for a person like me. I'm not a fighting game person. My brain cannot keep up with that kind of stuff. I can sit and watch it. But one thing I think is crazy that one life bar thing, it's like the original NES Turtles game.
Yeah.
So you have to really pick and choose how you're going to do it. You got to really kind of sort of strategize with that.
Yeah.
I think it could be interesting, but I don't know, for a person like me, that would be frustrating because I like the idea like, oh, that character's about to go down. You can switch out to something else, you know?
Yeah.
Like if
And
you're
that's the
playing it,
thing.
like, you know, because I have an RPG brain. So like, you know, you're playing an RPG, and then you're that particular player. Oh gosh, you're not strong enough for this particular enemy. I want to switch them out and use another character so that the other character can replenish. You can use some replenish to help them, maybe bring them back in, or like if it's a beat 'em up or something, you know?
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's gonna probably take the longest for me to get used to, because there's parts where I'm like, let's say using Spider-Man, and my health is like real low, and I'm like, I'm gonna switch in Wolverine, but I'm thinking from previous games that I want to get some health back, or Wolverine's life bar. It's not like that. Your life bar is still whatever. You got to really think on your feet there.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, because like when you in a game where you can switch characters, I think it's just automatically you're going to just feel that you can do that. So
Yeah.
I think that's a nice handicap to give everyone, because the fact that it seems like, I mean, I don't know if I saw it right or noticed it right, but that you can do like those ultimate combos almost anytime.
You have to rack up your people and all that junk.
I mean, well, I know that much, but I mean, like, it still seemed like it can be relatively quick where you can actually do it.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the trade-off for the little handicap there.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to say about it is like the story mode, how it comes together. Starting off with Spider-Man, you know, there's a tournament. Oh, the whole planet with the Shi'ar got destroyed by the main villain of the game, the main champion of the game. And you know, he's now on Earth, and he wants all the fighters that are qualified to go against him in this tournament, and he can only have teams of 4.
Yeah. And I just gotta say, so basically all these different teams, but I do have to say that for the team of Doctor Doom, there's Doctor Doom, Magneto, Green Goblin, and Carnage. It's like, oh, okay, I can see Doctor Doom and Magneto talking each other into it. Yes, you know, it should be beneficial and all that kind of
But
crap.
you got the wild card Carnage, and then, you know, I would trust Green Goblin more than I would Carnage.
And that's the thing. It goes into levels. It's like, why the fuck would you trust the Green Goblin? Then on top of that, the fuck would you trust Carnage? And the thing is, it's like the whole fate of the world. If you lose, the planet's gonna get destroyed, and you're gonna trust Carnage and the Green Goblin with that.
Yes, Carnage is a super wild card. I mean, super wild. His mind's not right.
Yeah, and everything.
And my other issue with this is, oh my god, that tutorial was way too long.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, I am old school. Like, in super old school, in the sense, like, if I'm gonna play a game, I just want to pick it up and play it. I don't want someone hand-holding me, telling me how to play. I just want to push buttons and figure it out on my own.
Yeah.
Unless I do have to go to the instruction manual that comes with the game.
No, not anymore.
Yeah, no, not
But
anymore.
anyways, it was pretty long though. It was pretty long, and they were getting into how to play the regular, the one character you
That's
start
right, I
off
fell
with.
asleep, I'm sure.
Yes, and I was thinking, oh my god, we didn't even get into like the tag mechanics and the other characters yet and all that stuff. And that's something that Brian from Their Terrible Idea also agrees with. And the last thing I do want to say though, this is our personal experience with the PS5 version. I know it's also available for the PC, and I heard a lot of complaints that number one, the biggest complaint is that's a PS5 exclusive. Not counting PC, but it's not going to be in the Xbox or the Switch can't handle that shit, I know that. But
The Switch 2?
Probably not either. I don't know why Nintendo's consoles are always like one step behind nowadays. But anyways, it won't be on any Xbox console or anything, just the PS5, unless of course maybe it changes down the line. Well, that's the hard part though. It's published by Sony, so I kind of doubt that. But anyways, the thing I'm trying to point out is that a lot of people complained with the PC version that's very slow, a lot of lag, the settings, the online was almost unplayable, a whole bunch of crap. But the thing is, we didn't have that issue though with the PS5, at least for us, at least my experience. I can't speak for everyone, but with our experience, we were jumping in and out, fighting.
But
no
the
real tag
only
team.
issue was that it seemed to take a long time to find you a player.
Yeah.
But who knows? That could have been they could have been having some server issues for all we know.
Yeah. But on top of that, though, no real like lag, slowdown, stuff like that. So I didn't have any personal problems with that. But the PC, and there was at least one friend of mine that said that with his PC, he actually had to go in there and tinker to make it work right, and he says he's not used to it because most of his games just play just fine right off the bat. This is one they actually had to go in there and mess with the settings.
Well, we already know if it's messing up on their PCs, and I know they probably have better gaming PCs than mine.
Yeah.
And my gaming PC is kind of old now. I don't think it would handle.
I think
it.
like you press start, the fucker's gonna blow up.
Yeah, I don't think so. My
PC,
PC, my gaming PC is like maybe like 4 or 5 years old now.
Oh.
It probably won't handle it.
Yeah. So anyways, guys.
And the other thing I wanted to say is we already mentioned the training mode, just a tutorial, but Magic's character. I have a feeling that when they do the official release and release this, she is going to be so nerfed.
Yeah.
I really believe they're going to nerf her character.
Yeah. But the other thing I was gonna say, Brian from Their Terrible Idea also checked it out. So here are his thoughts.
So I didn't get to spend as much time with the beta as Mark and Wendy did. I went through the tutorial, I played a couple of matches. The game just didn't grab me immediately to make me continue playing throughout the weekend. As I was playing, I felt that the game was somehow overly complicated and also at the same time overly simplistic in certain parts. And what I mean by that is there were a lot of mechanics and stuff to keep track of. I have to unlock each assist character by knocking the enemy through the stage walls. Learning new moves and here's your launcher versus your knockback, and here's calling your assists versus swapping out. It seemed more complicated than previous Marvel tag games, but at the same time, some of the moves felt very Smash Brothers like. Where it's one button that will change the move based upon the directional input, which I never could get the hang of. I always preferred just having, a directional input, give me a motion input, and various power levels, and I can grasp that. But I never got into Smash because the controllers always seemed a bit funky. But this is an Arc Systems game. As such, beautiful. Art is great, very well animated. I love the depth and breadth of the stages. You really do get to see a lot of the world. I love all of the little Marvel in-jokes and Easter eggs. I can't wait to see who else they add as additional characters down the line. I don't play fighting games nearly as much as I used to. I kind of fell out when I was so disappointed with Street Fighter V, and I haven't found my way back in. I'm looking for something to kind of grab my attention and really get me back into the genre. Right now, I'm just not sure if Tokon is going to be it.
Alright guys, that wraps up this episode of Video Game Masters. I do want to say that I know the game's coming out real soon, and it possibly might even be out or a day or so by the time you watch this video. We will be buying the game, definitely. It's a lot of fun, but we're going to probably do the episode a bit later on. Let's get like the first DLC team. They got a mystery team of 4. The first one is the Phoenix-powered version of Cyclops, and we got to see like who the other 3 are. So maybe with that and different time, we'll see how the changes and see how the PC, if it gets better or whatever else. We'll see what happens between now and then. We'll come back for a more official review.
I want some adult female characters besides Storm.
Oh god, yeah.
And what's her name?
Storm, Majik, and I guess I don't know if Danger counts because she's like a weird robot sentient Danger Room.
Oh,
thing.
I guess Magic kinda.
Yeah, she's in her 20s or
she's
something.
an adult.
Or other. I don't know. The limbo thing. I don't know how it affected her. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know the weird stuff where you're like stuck in a place for 50 years and you come back where you're still like the age. So I don't know her.
Yeah, because like I said, I just find Ms. Marvel terribly annoying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just find her the fangirlish Ms. Marvel I find super duper annoying. Yeah. So I wish they would have just gone with an older version of herself when she's already got all the fangirlisms, whatever you want to say, out of her system. Yeah, and the weird thing, make her more.
The weird thing is, Spider-Man didn't know her yet. He already knew who Penny Parker was from, I guess, other multiverse adventures, but he didn't know her. Who
that really threw me off. I was like, well, I don't really keep too much up with Marvel, but I knew that Ms. Marvel and Spider-Man knew each other. So when she approached him in the, in the story mode, which you'll see, she was like, oh, Mr. Spider-Man, I admire you, blah, 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 this and that. And I was like, wait, why is she calling him Mr. Spider-Man? It's like, okay. And he's like, who are you? And then, no, I can't.
Well, that's the thing. Miss Marvel has changed over the years. I mean, she's a mutant now and everything. And, I mean, I think she grew out of most of it. But the thing is, since that was her most, like, her most popular characterization, I guess other versions just go right back to the very beginning when she was super fangirl.
Can we just ditch her and Penny Parker?
I don't know. I like their playstyles at least. But anyways, guys, this is Mark Rodriguez here, signing off.
And this is Joopy Chan, also known as Ninja Joopy. I mean, call me Wendy. See you guys later, and hopefully we can, play the game when it's fully out soon. And even I'll play it because all you gotta do is push buttons. I don't care. I just push buttons and hope things happen.
Yep. even more button mastery than Tekken.
All right.
Yep. Anyway, see you next time, guys.
Bye.